This is crypto!
Good morning, Crypto Warriors. It's Sergeant Crypto back at it again. Today is Monday, the 24th of May, 2021. Let's get right into it. The market is in the green right now. It's basically just recovering. We're still down from all-time highs in all of these cryptocurrencies. However, if you were investing since last year, since 2020, pretty much any time in 2020, all right, you are still up and you have outperformed the likes of the S&P 500, the whole stock market as a whole, the like traditional investors like your Warren Buffetts and your Charlie Mungers, your Ray Dalios, and things of that nature. All right, remember that we here in crypto world have been outperforming the so-called smartest people in the room. Even during the bear market since 2018, when crypto was down, I was still outperforming all these guys. It might not have been on the level as far as money is concerned, on the monetary level, but percentage-wise, I've definitely blew them out the water. I just need to get the capital to be able to be on their level, but I'll get there one day, and so will you, because we are still super early hit here in this crypto space. All right, let's just have a quick look. Everything is pretty much, like I said, in the green. Oh my goodness, 100. Wow, look at that, 100% for what's this? Polygon. Like everything was on sale for the last couple of days. I hope you have been grabbing up all of these cryptos during that fire sale last week. Everything was on sale and we are starting to recover right now. And as you can see, Tether and USDC is pretty much down, and yeah, only a penny, but still. All right, let's get into it, because I could stay on a tangent for a long time. Here it is. Okay, so this is coming from Crypto Q. All right, Crypto Approve. Bitcoin doesn't need, and this is what I try to tell people all the time. Bitcoin does not need any institution, anyone, any individual for validation. Bitcoin validates itself every 10 minutes with new blocks. Bitcoin doesn't need CEO, banks, Elon Musk, Scott Maynard, or Ray Dalio. We have to stop celebrating these people entering into our culture to play around, make a few waves, then leave spreading FUD. Elon dumps you one week, then Ray picks you up the next. Y'all some hoes. Absolutely true. Everybody is jumping on, everywhere you look now on crypto Twitter or on crypto news sites, you're seeing, Ray Dalio says he has Bitcoin. Who cares? Bitcoin doesn't need him. For years, he kept talking about Bitcoin not being a thing. And then he started to finally come around towards the end of last year, especially since the government continues to print more and more money. More and more currency. But he started to turn around and say, yes, Bitcoin might be an investment thing. Then a couple of weeks ago, sometime last month in April or maybe March, he came out and stated that drop bonds go for Bitcoin, 20% Bitcoin in your portfolio. Congratulations to him for having the balls to say that he was wrong about it. But still, do not get mad. Do not get mad if he turns around and starts shitting on Bitcoin, just like Elon Musk. Do not get mad. All right, you got to take the good with the bad. You have to take, and I'm putting up my knife hands here. I wish you guys could see. I'm putting up my knife hands here. You have to take the good with the bad. If he turns around next week and say, hey, Bitcoin is shit and the governments are going to ban it, because that's his big thing still, that the governments could ban it, then don't be mad. You have to be able to take the good with the bad. All right, let's go into it. This is coming from Crypto Maniacs, at Crypto Maniacs on Instagram. All right, and this is a quote coming from Bitcoin Isaiah Jackson, author of Bitcoin and Black America. Banks are not accepting Bitcoin Bitcoin is now accepting banks. That's what we have to realize. Banks aren't going to change. Bitcoin is the one that's accepting them. Bitcoin's been around since 2009, and they've tried to kill it multiple times. But now they're finally bringing Bitcoin into their systems. It's not that they're accepting Bitcoin. No, Bitcoin is the one accepting them. Remember that. Here it is, Ray Dalio, I have some Bitcoin. This is what he said today on the consensus that they're having their yearly meetup or whatever. Here is typically in New York because of, you know, the whole COVID thing. But yeah, billionaire hedge fund boss sees an inflationary future where cash is trashed and Bitcoin catches on as a store of wealth. He still doubts governments will tolerate it. Yeah, because if people start to dump their government bonds, because we have negative yielding bonds over there in Europe and, you know, in Asia, all right, and it's probably going to come here in the US as well. People are going to realize, hey, I'm losing money here. I might as well have something that's been going up 200% for the past 11 years. What he said, he has some Bitcoin, and he believes that he's starting to get orange pilled, so to speak. Next, look at this. HSBC, one of the most corrupt banks in the world. All right. Hong Kong something bank something. I don't even care what it stands for, but I know it's in Hong Kong. But yeah, HSBC not into Bitcoin as an asset class, says CEO. European banking giant HSBC has said it is not interested in Bitcoin, citing its volatility. Yeah, and I love how they put volatility in air quotes. But this is the same. I'm not even going to go into this article, but this is the same HSBC that was, here it is. HSBC got busted for moving dirty money. It apologized and promised to do better. You know what that means? You know what that means when they apologized? They got a slap on the wrist. Okay? Don't do that again. Okay? Don't do that again. Laundering dirty money. They paid a fine because guess what? Bankers don't go to jail. They just pay the fine. You know, it's the cost of doing business. They made billions. They pay maybe a couple of $100 million. It's the cost of doing business. Right? They promised to do better. Things didn't go as planned because they get caught again doing the same thing. This is why they hate Bitcoin. You want to know why? Because it's an open blockchain. Guess what? Once some internet sleuth figures out whose wallet belongs to whom, right? Whose wallet it is. You know, we have Whale Watch on Twitter that sees the movement of large amounts of Bitcoin. Once they figure out whose wallet it is, all right, they'll say, okay, Binance move, you know, 100 Bitcoin or 1,000 Bitcoin from Binance wallet to unknown wallet. Once they figure it out that, okay, it's HSBC's wallet, they'll be like, oh, HSBC is moving 1,000 Bitcoin from their cold storage wallet to this unknown wallet or whatever the case is, and then they'll watch that. People are out there watching it. Maybe not people, but, you know, algorithms are out there watching all these blockchains, and then it gets posted publicly on Twitter. These guys do not want their business, their dirty laundry, because that's what they're doing, their dirty laundry out in the open. This is why they hate Bitcoin, and they'll continue to spread hate and stupidness about Bitcoin. We're still early in Bitcoin. Of course, it'll have quote-unquote volatility. But remember, people, one Bitcoin still equals one Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if that Bitcoin is $1,000 or if that Bitcoin is $1 million. It still equals to one Bitcoin. Your goal is to get as many Bitcoin as possible, because one Bitcoin is equal to one Bitcoin, right? The volatility is basically the value of the dollar going down against Bitcoin. All right, next we have DeFi can transform global finance. This is coming from the Wharton School of Business, big school, right, for MBAs and things of that nature, right? The Wharton School of Business thinks that DeFi has a lot of potential, but admits the industry is still immature. Yeah, we're still early, because I've paid over 3.5 Ethereums, I think maybe over 4.5 Ethereum for gas fees playing around in the Ethereum ecosystem. And what's the price of ETH right now? We'll just call it 2,500, and we'll say that it's 4 ETH. So that's what, 10K? Just gas fees? Are you freaking shitting me? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, right? 2,500. Yeah, 10K. Oh wow, I did that math good today, boy. But yeah, so the Wharton School of Business is saying that it's still early, and they're right. But we have all these competitors for ETH, from Solana to Cardano's coming up. Ooh, I can't wait for Cardano to start popping off. The Binance Smart Chain, like, but we're still super early, and we still have a lot of shady, scammy people out there doing rug pulls. Okay, so it's still early in that sense. But yeah, the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania has just published its assessment of the decentralized finance sector. While noting that DeFi has the potential to transform global finance, the report also highlights a variety of obstacles faced by the sector. And let's just go to the stuff highlighted. DeFi Pulse, a data platform tracking the growth of DeFi, indicates that there is more than $54 billion locked into the sector. This figure was just under $1 billion last year. Think about that. It was under $1 billion last year, and it pretty much, if we let's call it $1 billion, it 54x in a year's time. Imagine where it will be next year if it does the same thing. Crazy to think about. We're still super early, people. Still super early. Okay, this is why you gotta watch my videos, man. Share my videos to your friends out there that are trying to get into the space. All right. Amidst the growing industry, the Wharton report claims there are 6 chief uses within the sector: stablecoins, decentralized exchanges, DEXs, credit derivatives, insurance, asset management, and auxiliary services, including wallets and oracles. Breaking it down, I mean, these guys are definitely doing their research, and it's basically coming from the blockchain DeFi sector within the school. So it's probably just a handful of students that are working on the MBA and playing in the crypto space that realize, hey, they are ahead of the wave, so to speak, in this new sector of finance. And scroll down some more. I got this. These risks include fraud. So that, yeah, rug pulls. I was going to say this is false, but you got to include the rug pulls. A lot of rug pulls, especially on like the Binance Smart Chain and things of that nature, right? Because it's so easy to clone some of these DEXs and clone some of these DeFi protocols and then just drop them on the Binance Smart Chain because the gas fees are so cheap. All right, regulatory uncertainty and immature technology. According to the report, today's industry is also at risk of hidden centralized control. Hidden centralized control, where certain actors may have disproportionate control over others. Again, we have people coming out with their new protocol, minting all these new coins, and all the founders getting the coins and then dumping on the market when the protocol goes live. So just gotta be careful out there. So yeah, in that sense, we do have that risk for fraud. In that sense, somebody's at my door. Next, from Decrypt, all these articles will be linked in the description below. Coinbase poaches Goldman exec to serve as chief policy officer, and this may seem like a big deal. Yes, it might be a big deal, but remember that Goldman Sachs was the same. These are the same guys that purchased Poloniex after basically Poloniex ended. Like Poloniex, the exchange was done. They purchased it for about $400 million. It wasn't going anywhere during the bear market. The height of the bull market is when Goldman Sachs Circle purchased Poloniex for $400 million and incorporated some way, somehow, and make it more quote-unquote regulatory compliant. And it didn't work out for them. End up selling it to Justin Sun and Tron for less than $200 million. Look it up yourself and see if my numbers are right. But I know that they definitely lost money on that deal. Okay. Now they're saying that Coinbase poached this Goldman exec. Like, dude, who cares? All right. We don't care. Bitcoin doesn't care. As a matter of fact, Coinbase doesn't even own that many Bitcoin. Coinbase owns about 400 Bitcoin themselves. And it was made known because they're a publicly traded company now. So does Coinbase really believe in Bitcoin? Like, give me a break. All right. Coinbase investing in Coinbase is not a hedge against Bitcoin. Investing in Bitcoin is a hedge against Coinbase and the likes. So yeah, who cares? Nobody cares. All right. And they're just basically getting this guy because guess what? they could go now to policymakers in DC and basically lobby for certain laws to go their way. And this is one of those laws that they're trying to get basically pushed through. All right. Authorities are looking to close the gap on unhosted wallets. Unhosted wallets have started to attract increasing attention from regulators, with FinCEN and FATFA seeking to control. So what are unhosted wallets? Your hardware wallets. That's what it is. Your hardware wallets. Because they're trying to make it seem like that's the norm, where you have players like PayPal, Venmo, Robinhood, WEBULL, SoFi, right? These are all different platforms, quote unquote, investing platforms where you're able to invest in the traditional stock markets and then also buy and sell cryptocurrencies. But guess what? You can't take the cryptocurrencies off that platform. They're trying to make it seem like that is the norm. That is not what cryptocurrencies are. You owning the underlying asset and having access to that underlying asset within your own custody wallet, all right, is what crypto is about. When they, the likes of Goldman Sachs, which, by the way, if you've been in crypto since, we'll call it December of 2020, you've outperformed Goldman Sachs and all their quote-unquote smart analysts for this whole year. Even though cryptocurrency is down right now, you're still outperforming them. So we are outperforming the quote smartest people in the room. Again, them trying to change the narrative and make it seem like, oh, if you own your own cryptos, that's bad. You don't want to have control of all that money. You don't want to have custody of all that cryptocurrency, all that money by yourself. This is why banks exist. This is why cryptocurrency exchange exists. So this way we could protect you from hackers. Like this is the kind of stuff that they're trying to spit. They're trying to change the narrative here. They're coming into Bitcoin. They're coming into our space. They don't get to change the rules. But this is why you'll see the likes of a Goldman exec going over to Coinbase to change the narrative, to go and lobby in DC. Because once they can close off cryptocurrency exchanges from giving us our cryptocurrencies that we purchase, then they could get that more than 21 million Bitcoin, because then they'll be selling paper derivatives, selling 10 different IOUs to one Bitcoin, because that's what they're currently doing right now. That's the current system right now, and that's why the current system is flawed. Having control over your own over our own cryptocurrencies prevents them from lying in the system, prevents them from doing shady activities, prevents them from narrative about the system as a whole. Okay, so don't let them change the narrative about Bitcoin, cryptos, and having your own custody, having your own wallet to custody your Bitcoin, to custody your cryptos. This is why cryptos exist. They're trying to change it and control that narrative. And last but not least, while you were selling the dip, while you were having those weak paper baby hands, Mitch hands, like as I like to call them, these whales were buying up the dip and buying it up a lot by 36, at the 36K mark and below. So while everybody was crying to me and texting me all last week, oh, I'm gonna sell it, oh, I'm done with Bitcoin, oh my God. You were selling to the likes of Michael Saylor. You were selling to the likes of MicroStrategy. You were selling to the likes of, I don't know, whatever other big crypto Bitcoin whale that was out there. Do not sell your Bitcoin to these guys. They're trying to change that narrative. They're trying to corner the market, so to speak. All right. Again, smash the like, hit that subscribe button and notification bell to get notified when I upload new videos. Thanks for watching. It's Sergeant Crypto, and I'm out, man. Peace.